never lose, should've had better luck. Tryna see a check, I'ma run it up. Yeah, I do a lot, still ain't done enough. Level up, level up. Tryna see a check, I'ma run it up. Yeah, I do a lot, still ain't done enough. Never lose, should've had better luck. I'ma wake 'em up from a slumber. Money ain't nothing but a thing, and a level ain't nothing but a number. Life ain't nothing but a game. Level up, level up. Never lose, should've had better luck. Tryna see a check, I'ma run it up. Yeah, I do a lot, still ain't done enough. I wanna ball. Waking up meant that he gave me a chance and I'm rolling the dice. I do it all, living like I'm trying to go for the platinum trophy in life. Who can you call? Really nobody, so you should just follow me on your device. And know if she chillin' with me, then it's bound to be chemical X and the sugar and spice. Game in the system, but game is the hobby. I'm probably cocky, but hot as wasabi. I mean, if it's beef, then you know where to find me. My focus is ready and so is my body. You should be running and telling your posse and what's in the speakers and what's in your potty. And she trying to kick it, but this ain't karate. Just keep that shit down while I'm watching Tsunami. I ain't saying I'm a super nerd, but I told you when we got involved, my idea of a perfect date is a PlayStation and some alcohol. I was role playing on GTA. I'm a good guy, but I got it all. If the world should end, be the first to leave, but the last of us acting naughty, dog. Level up, level up. Never lose, should've had better luck. Tryna see a check, I'ma run it up. Yeah, I do a lot, still ain't done enough. Level up, level up. Tryna see a check, I'ma run it up. Yeah, I do a lot, still ain't done enough. Never lose, should've had better luck. I'ma wake 'em up from a slumber. Money ain't nothing but a thing, and the level ain't nothing but a number. Life ain't nothing but a game. Level up, level up. Never lose, should've had better luck. Tryna see a check, I'ma run it up. Yeah, I do a lot, still ain't done enough. Level up, level up. Never lose, should've had better luck. Tryna see a check, I'ma run it up. Yeah, I do a lot, still ain't done enough. Level up, level up. Tryna see a check, I'ma run it up. Yeah, I do a lot, still ain't done enough. Never lose, should've had better luck. I'ma wake 'em up from a slumber. Money ain't nothing but a thing, and the level ain't nothing but a number. Life ain't nothing but a game. Level up, level up. Never lose, should've had better luck. Tryna see a check, I'ma run it up. Yeah, I do a lot, still ain't done enough. I wanna ball. Waking up meant that he gave me a chance and I'm rolling the dice. I do it all, living like I'm trying to go for the platinum trophy in life. Who can you call? Really nobody, so you should just follow me on your device. And know if she chillin' with me, then it's bound to be chemical X and the sugar and spice. Game in the system, but game is the hobby. I'm probably cocky, but hot as wasabi. I mean, if it's beef, then you know where to find me. My focus is ready and so is my body. You should be running and telling your posse and what's in the speakers and what's in your potty. And she trying to kick it, but this ain't karate. Just keep that shit down while I'm watching Tsunami. I ain't saying I'm a super nerd, but I told you when we got involved, my idea of a perfect date is a PlayStation and some alcohol. I was role playing on GTA. I'm a good guy, but I got it all. If the world should end, be the first to leave, but the last of us acting naughty, dog. Level up, level up. Never lose, should've had better luck. Tryna see a check, I'ma run it up. Yeah, I do a lot, still ain't done enough. Level up, level up. Tryna see a check, I'ma run it up. Yeah, I do a lot, still ain't done enough. Never lose, should've had better luck. I'ma wake 'em up from a slumber. Money ain't nothing but a thing, and the level ain't nothing but a number. Life ain't nothing but a game. Level up, level up. Never lose, should've had better luck. Tryna see a check, I'ma run it up. Yeah, I do a lot, still ain't done enough. Level up, level up. Never lose, should've had better luck. Tryna see a check, I'ma run it up. Yeah, I do a lot, still ain't done enough. Level up, level up. Tryna see a check, I'ma run it up. Yeah, I do a lot, still ain't done enough. Never lose, should've had better luck. I'ma wake 'em up from a slumber. Money ain't nothing but a thing, and the level ain't nothing but a number. Life ain't nothing but a game. Level up, level up. Never lose, should've had better luck. Tryna see a check, I'ma run it up. Yeah, I do a lot, still ain't done enough. Ball. Waking up meant that he gave me a chance and I'm rolling the dice. I do it all, living like I'm trying to go for the platinum trophy in life. Who can you call? Really nobody, so you should just follow me on your device. And know if she chillin' with me, then it's bound to be chemical X and the sugar and spice. Game in the system, but game is the hobby. I'm probably cocky, but hot as wasabi. I mean, if it's beef, then you know where to find me. My focus is ready and so is my body. You should be running and telling your posse and what's in the speakers and what's in your potty. And she trying to kick it, but this ain't karate. Just keep that shit down while I'm watching Tsunami. I ain't saying I'm a super nerd, but I told you when we got involved, my idea of a perfect date is a PlayStation and some alcohol. I was role playing on GTA. I'm a good guy, but I got it all. If the world should end, be the first to leave, but the last of us acting naughty, dog. Level up, never lose, should've had better luck. Tryna see a check, I'ma run it up. Yeah, I do a lot, still ain't done enough. Level up, tryna see a check, I'ma run it up. Yeah, I do a lot, still ain't done enough. Never lose, should've had better luck. I'ma wake 'em up from a slumber. Money ain't nothing but a gang, and the level ain't nothing but a number. Life ain't nothing but a game. Level up, never lose, should've had better luck. Tryna see a check, I'ma run it up. Yeah, I do a lot, still ain't done enough. Level up, never lose, should've had better luck. Tryna see a check, I'ma run it up. Yeah, I do a lot, still ain't done enough. Level up, tryna see a check, I'ma run it up. Yeah, I do a lot, still ain't done enough. Never lose, should've had better luck. I'ma wake 'em up from a slumber. Money ain't nothing but a thing, and the level ain't nothing but a number. Life ain't nothing but a game. Level up, never lose, should've had better luck. Tryna see a check, I'ma run it up. Yeah, I do a lot, still ain't done enough. I wanna ball. Waking up meant that he gave me a chance and I'm rolling the dice. I do it all, living like I'm trying to go for the platinum trophy in life. Who can you call? Really nobody, so you should just follow me on your device. And know if she chillin' with me, then it's bound to be chemical X and the sugar and spice. Game in the system, but game is the hobby. I'm probably cocky, but hot as wasabi. I mean, if it's beef, then you know where to find me. My focus is ready and so is my body. You should be running and telling your posse and what's in the speakers and what's in your potty. And she trying to kick it, but this ain't karate. Just keep that shit down while I'm watching Tsunami. I ain't saying I'm a super nerd, but I told you when we got involved, my idea of a perfect date is a PlayStation and some alcohol. I was role playing on GTA. I'm a good guy, but I got it all. If the world should end, be the first to leave, but the last of us acting naughty, dog. Level up, never lose, should've had better luck. Tryna see a check, I'ma run it up. Yeah, I do a lot, still ain't done enough. Level up, tryna see a check, I'ma run it up. Yeah, I do a lot, still ain't done enough. Never lose, should've had better luck. I'ma wake 'em up from a slumber. Money ain't nothing but a thing, and the level ain't nothing but a number. Life ain't nothing but a game. Level up, never lose, should've had better luck. Tryna see a check, I'ma run it up. Yeah, I do a lot, still ain't done enough. Level up, never lose, should've had better luck. Tryna see a check, I'ma run it up. Yeah, I do a lot, still ain't done enough. Level up, tryna see a check, I'ma run it up. Yeah, I do a lot, still ain't done enough. Never lose, should've had better luck. I'ma wake 'em up from a slumber. Money ain't nothing but a thing, and the level ain't nothing but a number. Life ain't nothing but a game. Level up, never lose, should've had better luck. Tryna see a check, I'ma run it up. Yeah, I do a lot, still ain't done enough. I wanna ball. Waking up meant that he gave me a chance and I'm rolling the dice. I do it all, living like I'm trying to go for the platinum trophy in life. Who can you call? Really nobody, so you should just follow me on your device. And know if she chillin' with me, then it's bound to be chemical X and the sugar and spice. Game in the system, but game is the hobby. I'm probably cocky, but hot as wasabi. I mean, if it's beef, then you know where to find me. My focus is ready and so is my body. You should be running and telling your posse and what's in the speakers and what's in your potty. And she trying to kick it, but this ain't karate. Just keep that shit down while I'm watching Tsunami. I ain't saying I'm a super nerd, but I told you.
What's going on, people? Family Entertainment here from Lv1Gaming.com. And congratulations, you guys are leveled up to 114. This is the Double XP podcast. Yes, as you can see, we are not on camera today. We got our ugly on, so you guys don't have to look at our mug. Except for Hugger, she's always as beautiful as you guys know. That's probably why y'all come here in the first place. But we got a lot of stuff to talk about tonight, starting from the top. Citizen Snips.
Y'all can't see it, but I'm doing the claw thing I do every time he intros me, I promise. What's going on, everybody? I know this is a little bit different than usual, but we're trying some new things out. Should be doing some cool stuff. I got some interesting topics to talk about today. But yeah, man, it's just, I guess, another day in gaming, it seems like. So I'm ready to get right into it.
Next up, Dallaz Man.
What's happening, y'all? Like, it's a nice little. I like how this look on the screen right now. I mean, it'd be nice if it was an actual video game to watch, but it looks nice on the screen. I dig it. So shout out to y'all. Shout out to the chat. Shout out to our sponsor, TI's Drive-Thru Gynecologist. We'll check your hymen expeditiously, and let's get this going.
Yo, first off, we're not gonna be disrespecting Minecraft Dungeons, my guy. Come on now. Next up, this man may get his head busted by that boy Atriox, but we'll see. Spartan 117, Halo to the King. Oh yeah?
Oh, he did.
Oh, he did. So Atriox did bust his head then.
GG, go next.
That's cool. Last but definitely not least, my right hand, one man, the floor hugger with the hard R.
What is up, y'all? It is Canada Day. Woo! I hope you guys enjoy what we have to talk about. And we got some good topics, good people, and make sure to share this out. Let your grandma know, and let's just get into it, yeah?
Grandma, I didn't know until yesterday that Canada Day was a thing. Shows my American ignorance. So shout out to all the Canadians. Shout out to, what's her name? Chloe something on, I forget her name.
There's a lot of Chloes.
You know what I'm talking about, the one that's like real, like pro dude. I sent y'all the link the other day. Yeah, shout out to her. She's my second favorite Canadian next to you, Hugger.
Aw.
Shout out to Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah, shout out to Ryan Reynolds.
He's Canadian?
Yeah. Shout out to Pikachu.
Wow. Bro, you are
Shout out to Meek Mir.
Are you sure?
Mark
I've never
Mears.
heard him apologize for anything, so I'm not convinced.
I've definitely heard
Shout out
him
to
say
Jennifer
about
Hale.
before.
Shout out to Jennifer Hale.
You mean a boot?
I've definitely heard him say about. So I'm confused on him. I am being Canadian.
What's up, Demi?
What's good, Demi?
Who is Demi?
Demiculous, testiculous.
Speaking of, and that's where we're gonna start it. We're gonna get this out of the way because Demi is our, other than Kevin here, he is our resident streamer, and he stream on Twitch because there is no other streaming platform because, yeah, that thing.
Facebook Gaming.
Come on, who besides that grandma gonna game on Facebook Gaming?
Not
Tell
even
me
grandma's use Twitch, bro. You ain't seen the streaming grandma on Twitch?
Oh, the play
Melanie
Skyrim,
Mac
right?
streams on Facebook Gaming.
I think she plays World of Warcraft too, or something like that.
No, Melanie Mac does not play World of Warcraft. She plays.
No, I was talking
Tomb
about the
Raider.
streaming grandma.
I thought she was Skyrim.
No, streaming grandma plays Skyrim.
Yeah.
I thought she played World of Warcraft too. I thought she played more than one game.
Well, actually, she doesn't play Skyrim anymore because people were being assholes and attacking her and not letting her play the game she wanted to play. So she stopped streaming.
I hate backseat gamers. Like, if you come and enjoy the stream, sit down, shut up, or talk, whatever.
She's been playing the game for 10 years. She knows what she's doing.
She actually tweeted out that was true. They ran with a clickbait article.
Really? I didn't know that.
Yeah, but then she also released another video where she's just like, I just want to play the game how I want to play it, guys. Let me play it. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well,
Yeah, I actually heard that part out of her mouth.
yeah, they made it seem like people were like sitting there like bad mouthing her. I guess it was just back in the game, that's terrible.
She just ain't got
She's been
time.
playing the game for 10 years. She knows how to play. Leave her alone.
So, who wants to take the back that Skyrim comes out on Xbox Series X and PlayStation 5?
I mean,
GTA did it.
Yeah.
And GTA is on his 3rd gen, man. That's crazy.
Crazy.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what How long has GTA been out? 10 years?
Since 2013.
That's ridiculous.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm pretty sure it's gonna be like at least $40 when it releases on Series X and PS5. Like I have no doubt about it, like none. But
Well, if you own it already, they're saying you'd get a free upgrade, but I don't believe that.
dude,
It's
Rockstar
on limited time.
Rockstar has made 2 games in the last 10 years because people keep buying the game. As long as the people are still buying it, because it's still like it. I don't know if it has recently for a good long now. GTA was still like ranking like as a top sold game.
It still is.
I'm like, that's ridiculous, dude. Like, who don't have it by now? Plus, like, it went into Game Pass. It went into not Game Pass. Was it PS Now? It went to PS Now. I mean, that's streaming, but still,
It went to Game Pass as well.
it was in Game Pass. Yes, I'm like, at this point, like, who's still actually buying the game?
Man, just
But
think
don't
about how
forget,
long.
If you get banned on GTA Live, you gotta buy a new version of the game.
What?
At least on Steam. Yeah.
If you
And
get
people,
banned,
I mean, people will cheat.
you have to buy a whole nother game.
Cheaters on
Yeah.
PC? I never.
That's like the console bans when you do something on Xbox. You either can get a new version of the game or you can just not play the game at all.
Yeah, don't they like put you in a like a lobby with like a dunce cap by yourself first?
They put you in
With other
lobbies with
cheaters?
cheaters, but if you keep
Yeah.
cheating, then they just ban you.
That's great.
I
I feel like
guarantee
I would love to be in those lobbies just to see how it is.
guarantee you none of those people were black men because it is well known in the streets that black men.
Here we
Oh
go.
Just don't.
Here we go. Here we go.
It's not like he's lying.
Yeah, I
Oh my
mean,
goodness.
it's a known fact. It's one of those things.
I just don't think people like to hear the truth.
You know, I had a comment to slide in on that one, but you know, I'm a big fan of Will Smith, so I ain't gonna.
Whoa.
Anyway.
I mean,
Yeah.
that don't sound like cheating though.
That sound like Willie let him have his wife. I'm just
Yeah,
saying,
that's worse.
That's not cheating.
That's not cheap.
It might be a little.
There's no comment you can make on this subject without starting a war. So we're not just not going to approach this at all.
So
mean,
before we get into the topics, before we get into topics, last week we talked about Last of Us. We're not going to get into it, but what I do want to talk about is the people that are listening now, future, whatever. If you are the person that doesn't like the game or likes the game, whatever is your stance, but you're sending death threats to the developers, to Neo, to Sony, to all these people, go find something to do with your life. It's a video game.
You know, some people.
If you're losing friendships over this, go grow up. But you do not send death threats to people because you don't like the game.
You know, some people
Grow
don't.
up.
Some people don't have lives. They have nothing else to do but to, like, you know, come to podcasts and leave useless comments and, like, you know, leave death threats. You know, some people don't have
I
lives.
saw that too.
Like, no one loves them. Like their mother. You know, never mind. Let me not.
But at the end of the day, there's people behind these accounts. There's people behind these things. You don't. If you guys were to come on this and send death threats to us, you don't do that. You're a scumbag. Don't do that. Move on with your life. Go play something else.
I'm more than willing to dish out anything.
There's people behind these accounts. There's broke, friendless, miserable, depressed young people behind these accounts.
Exactly. Dallas is speaking from experience.
But I have no idea how we got to this point. But yes, Demi maybe go to the first topic of the day. So there's a lot of things you can do and not get banned on Twitch. There's a lot of, well, let me take that back. There's a lot of things you can do while not being big.
As a woman,
There's a lot of things some people can do.
Yes.
yeah.
Put it
If
that
you
way.
are big,
Let's
if you're
state
big
it.
on Twitch, it's kind of hard to get banned, right? If you are a popular Twitch
Big
streamer.
or a woman.
Yeah. Never mind.
Okay, you know what? Then I'm not gonna say anything gonna get me canceled, so I'm gonna let Hugger take over this because I'm not agreeing or disagreeing with your thought process.
I don't give a damn. Cancel these nuts.
Oh my god. Just like as we all know, I mean, we can think of a handful of women that get away with way too much. Alinity, as much as I used to like her, Pokimane, like there's
What's a
too many women
Pokimane?
that get away.
I'm not gonna lie, Pokemon is a genius name though.
It is, but as many as faults as there is on Twitch, these I don't know what kind of blackmail these women, especially like Alinity poisoning her cat, have on Twitch, but it needs to stop because people are getting banned for no reason for things they didn't even do, and they're sitting comfortably making thousands of dollars every day.
Oh, I know
don't get
exactly.
it. It's not a.
I know
well,
exactly
you
what
know.
kind of blackmail. Terry Crews.
Mm.
Oh God.
Well, I mean, he's not lying.
I know exactly what kind of blackmail.
But no, Doctor
but I
Disrespect
don't
was
understand
banned.
what they
We
got.
don't know why. I keep seeing posts. I don't know if they're true or not. Something about him having an affair. Listen, I don't think having an affair. It's like the guy from Ubisoft, right? I don't think that should be a reason you step down from your job. I mean, you had an affair. That's a personal matter. I could care less. But I keep seeing stuff about him having an affair, and like the chick he was having an affair with was like threatening to tell, and like Twitch was paying her. I mean, of course, we don't know the fact. We don't know for it to be true or not. But like, it's far unless he did some old, I don't know, man. It's just seeing the stuff that I've seen on Twitch. It's kind of hard to think what he could have done to got permabanned, not just banned or suspended, permabanned.
Mm-hmm.
And
the thing is, I don't know. Like, if you listening, I don't know how often you actually listen to us, but you might notice that we don't really cover scandals a lot,
Nope.
and there's a reason for that.
Nope.
Because it's not our business. It ain't got nothing to do with gaming. It's not our business. It's your personal life that affects nothing beyond your personal life. So for something that personal to reach outside into somebody's actual career, to reach outside into gaming, because make no mistake, it does affect other people. It's weird. It's a strange thing to see happen.
Is it because of the affair, or is it the?
No,
Well, we don't know, but
the
the
things
streaming in
surrounding
the
it.
bathroom.
Oh well, he got quote unquote punished for that already.
Yeah, he already got like he got a 2-week because I watch him quite a bit. He got a 2-week ban from that. It's not
From
because
what I've
of
heard,
the
they've been
affair thing.
investigating it since then.
What's there to investigate? Like, you had all the facts.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Because if the people in the bathroom didn't like it, they could turn around and sue Twitch. That's the problem.
Yeah, but why would they wait
It
over
don't
a
take
year to
half
fucking...
a year to figure that out. Yeah.
There is people going at Angry Joe for things over a year ago. So I don't question the logic of people that aren't thinking logically.
I don't think it's about the affair thing because his wife, I'm pretty sure she wouldn't. She stood by him. Maybe she might have stood by him the first time, but she even tweeted out he's okay. They're just things are going on that they really can't discuss. But according to him, Twitch still hasn't even told him what happened.
Yeah, I think it goes deeper than that.
Definitely.
I guess we'll find out eventually. I mean, eventually it's gonna come out.
I don't know. I
I
ain't
mean,
shedding
when-
any tears for him. So
I mean, he's still gonna be rich. I mean, Rich gonna be rich, and it's not like he still doesn't have millions of subscribers on YouTube. It's not like he won't just partner with YouTube.
When one of Twitch's biggest streamers just suddenly disappears, and the last thing he said was pretty eerie too. Like he got that news, whatever it was, while he was streaming. Like his whole attitude changed.
Like,
He was talking about.
is this
we'll get
channel
through
still
this
up?
and everything.
Is it like
I saw
when you
it.
get
I
banned,
believe
is it
so.
taken down? Like, can you see his VODs or whatever? No.
Son.
Oh, no, maybe no one knows.
I
I think
mean,
this
I
is
don't
probably
really...
gonna be something. It's got to be something we don't have no idea about because people were making speculation because he did sign that $20 million contract with Twitch
Recently, right?
People
Didn't
making
he re-sign up recently?
last month, I think.
That's crazy.
Yeah. And people were making speculations that he was talking with another streaming service that's fixing to start up with like I think Shroud and stuff.
Yeah,
And-
wasn't something about them actually starting a streaming service? Am I wrong about this?
Yeah. And if he was promoting that anyway, that could be a breach of contract. So that's probably
Yeah,
why
that's
we
true.
haven't heard anything because it's got to go through lawyers first.
I just pulled up his YouTube channel, And
Is it deleted?
oh, never mind.
He got mad YouTube.
No. His Twitch channel. Never mind. It's somebody has it in the tagline. And it's somebody else. Yeah, his channel's gone on Twitch.
Wow. I'm surprised. Typically, they would like they did Ninja, and they kept playing his like they left his
And then they
channel
put
up, and
porn
they
on
was
it.
putting
Yeah,
Well,
but he didn't get banned though.
yeah, that's
Yeah,
true.
he left.
I
He
mean,
just left.
I wonder when he's going back.
Well, I don't think Shroud or Ninja have talked about what they're gonna do.
They're probably gonna end up going to YouTube. I just don't see people really going to Facebook Gaming.
No.
If you guys want some like up to date stuff, Tipster News is always covering that stuff. He's covering it hardcore, like what's going on, the behind the scenes, some leaked stuff that's been passed to him from inside sources. He's got the inside of all that. Usually I try to be like, go to level 1, but we just don't have the means to cover that stuff. And personally, I don't really see that we should cover the gossip and scandal stuff.
Because there's always going to be a lot of misinformation about it.
The last
one person's going to say one thing, and one person's going to say another thing. It's
because there's a lot of publications running with the Dr. Disrespect, and this is all speculation. Last thing I would want to do, especially for level 1, is to put something out that's false, and then I'm looking at.
And you can turn around and sue us.
Yeah.
And even then, like I like to roast and stuff, and I have my fun. But when it comes down to it, like as a man, that's not really my business.
Business.
Mm-hmm.
Factual.
Business.
Like
I mean, got some syllables there, boy.
Oh no, I mean I said what I meant to say.
He said what he said.
I'm from Texas. I meant that.
Oh.
Billy says the internet is forever, fam. It doesn't matter how long ago something was done; it'll come back to bite people.
Mm-hmm.
You're not wrong there.
So whatever.
James Gunn.
Like whatever happened to the girl that was accusing Angry Joe of like being like super stalkery and like controlling?
That's still going.
Oh yeah, he definitely got me too.
She deleted all her stuff and then went very quiet.
Like I don't even know who was like. Did anybody ever get like a YouTube channel or whatever she was on?
Yeah, her name's out there, but I don't care to put false accusers' names out there. You know.
Mm-hmm.
I'm with you on that.
But yeah, she deleted all her stuff. But people already screen capped it.
That whole thing smelled like BS from jump.
The funny part, and like we're definitely going to get to the gaming topics, but on the thing she put at the beginning, I didn't have any business cards, so I couldn't give out business cards. And like the next paragraph, I was out handing out business cards. I'm like, wait a minute, you just said you didn't have any business cards. This doesn't make any sense. Where are we going with this?
You know you're messed up, right?
I'm like,
you know you're messed up.
I don't think she proofread this before she sent this out. But
maybe this isn't my place to say this as, whatever, but as the only female on this podcast is whoever's watching this or listening to this now, future, whatever, these guys that I work with are some of the best people that I've ever had the pleasure of working with.
Ooh,
Kev,
pleasure.
honest streamer, honest, like, greatest guy. You need help, he'll be there. Meek, hot takes, hot ideas. He's there though. He knows what he's talking about. You need his help, he's there. Dallas, always there to listen to my bullshit. And Fame, same. Like, these guys are my family, and
yes, indeed.
I don't get how you can watch us or watch things every week, and then all of a sudden a allegation comes out, and you're like, yes, I believe that. It's like, no, not in the sense that I know these guys personally, but I just don't get that where you believe it blindly that these guys can do this thing.
Dude, Angry
Like
Joe
10
was getting
years
hung.
on YouTube. Yeah. 10 years on YouTube and no allegations come out on Angry Joe, and then all of a sudden this one comes out and people are believing it. Like, I don't know. I got these guys in my back because they've been with me since day one. I just don't see how people are just letting this go.
I will say, Hugger, and I don't mean me funny when I say this, you are the actually only person on the podcast that can say that. I think if any of us was to say that, I mean, we would get attacked. Like, you just, it's not okay for us to question or the validity of
also,
anything.
don't let me forget Demi. Demi is also real. Like, it's not me being favoritism. It's just there's a lot of stuff. The internet is burning right now, and these guys in this podcast have had my back. Yeah, we may disagree, but that's the sign of like family. I respect that me and Meek don't like Last of Us the same way. I respect that me and Kev are feeling different ways about certain games. I respect that me and Dallas don't agree on music sometimes. I respect this stuff. But that I just don't get this whole attitude of I'm going to accuse you and then my friends aren't going to stand up for me.
See,
I just don't get it.
Yeah, this whole Me Too thing, you're guilty until proven that's backward.
And I don't get that. Like some people, I mean, you look at them and you're like, you got a history already, kind of. But you guys got clean noses, as far as I'm concerned.
I got boogers.
Awkward silence.
That's because my lungs, like, you're not checking my lungs, so it's all good.
Dallas out. He's trying to stifle those sniffles, like, I agree with you. But I just don't get this whole falsely accusing thing. These guys have been with me since day one, and I rock with them.
Listen, if you heard I slap like the taste out of somebody's mouth at a convention, Fame did that. Like, yeah, he hit dude. Like, yeah, but that's about the only thing you should believe about me. Folks is wild out here, man. Plus, everybody knows black men don't cheat. It's a fact of life. So you ever hear about Fame and some woman? That ain't true. Fame married and he black. I got 2 words for you: faithful and black.
The crazy part is, like, if you hear that I done said some wild shit, it's probably true. It's probably 100% true. But the thing is, if it wasn't funny, it wasn't me. 9 times out of 10, if I say something wild, it's either for amusement or just telling you about some type of random experience that I had. Like, we not them type of people that have something to hide. We already weirdos. Like, everybody already know that we weirdos. It's not really. I don't think there's much any of us could do that could go public that would be off brand for us.
We're weird, but not as weird as someone who will come into a podcast right where it starts and be like, "Oh, it's dead." Never mind. Let me shut up. Man, that's weird. Like, that's weird.
Like if our only pans leaked, people would be like, "Okay, their only pans leaked. Yeah, we got them."
I'm about to start me on OnlyFans. About to get this thing popping.
That's why you've been ordering all them
I had to get that
pens.
on my
I've seen
chest.
Yeah, man.
Like, if y'all happen to see, like, you scrolling through Reddit and you happen to see me doing like a Dr. Manhattan cosplay,
It's
like full blue and all my blue glory, you know what
Shut up. I just have to say that because there's a lot of people getting falsely accused, or I shouldn't say falsely accused, but accused, and nobody's in their corner until it's proven that Amber Heard, it's proven that they were lying.
Yeah.
Well, why does that name sound familiar?
Because
she falsely accused Johnny Depp.
And it's crazy because that's always the loud part.
That's the chick from
Aquaman.
Okay.
Yeah.
The accusation.
Also, the petition has 500,000 signatures to get her off of Aquaman.
She's like to ruin that man's career.
And you never hear apologies for that type of stuff.
Nope.
You never hear somebody come out.
Because they never apologize.
You never see headlines that say, "Oh, okay, y'all, false alarm. He didn't do it." Yeah. You just got that tag. You could just be accused and be completely clean, and just have that tag on your name forever.
So sorry.
Oh no, you go ahead, handsome. What you got? I was just gonna read a question, but what you got?
No, read the question and we'll jump, because this kind of what makes me want to go into something similar to the topic in a way.
Victor, thanks for sticking around since the
Victor,
state of play thing.
Appreciate you. You're not lame like the other dude that came in here early.
He's not going.
Fame, that's man, you on some shit today. Yeah. If the PS5 struggled to run the Unreal Engine 5 demo at 1440p 30 FPS gameplay, how is the 4 teraflop Lockhart supposed to run it at similar? It seems the 4 teraflop will run it at, and then with ellipses, so
Well-
there might be more to that question.
Well, hang on now. I
So-
thought teraflops weren't important anymore.
Take it
I
away,
thought
Kevin.
I thought that was the whole narrative. Now is teraflops don't matter. It's all
Oh.
about solid state drives.
Apparently, if you got a good SSD, you can run games at like max settings.
Oh yeah, because that's all the SSD.
Depends on the game.
I think it's just a lot of people who don't know what the hell they're talking about.
Well,
To be honest,
I think Kev can agree. Is how many people never talk about specs, all of a sudden talking about specs like they know everything. It's like, okay.
My biggest thing about it was they were all talking about certain specs, and then once the specs actually came out and they didn't support their previous claims, they just completely flip-flopped and act like none of the stuff they said before even mattered.
like no one was talking SSD.
Yeah, like, come on, man.
Like,
just be
To
consistent.
be honest,
That's all
no
I'm gonna
one was
ask.
talking
Can you
T-flops
do
until
that?
Microsoft said it, and then now that Sony has this all-powerful SSD is the most like it's annoying. It's really
Don't
annoying.
Point out their flaws.
I think
And I don't want to be super cliche and say, oh, well, the only thing that matters is the games. But how many years, how many decades on a core at this point have you seen games, like mid-gen games, not even at the end of the gen, mid-gen games, look infinitely better than ones at the beginning of the gen that kind of look like diarrhea?
Yes.
How often have you seen it? Nothing has changed about the hardware. I mean, yeah, we had like mid-gen refresh consoles or whatever, but I'm strictly talking about the games at their base on the base console. How often have we seen it? Now we arguing about stuff that's not even out yet. Really?
Mm-hmm.
I'm,
Well, I told Dallas and Fame this. Is recently I just finished Metro Exodus, and I think if I had time to sit down and play the game, I would like it. But that game, they're both loaded on the same hard drive, same standard hard drive, 2 terabyte, whatever. That game has no business loading times being rivaled with Red Dead Redemption 2. Like, why? That game is, compared to Red Dead, that game is garbage. Metro Exodus is kind of garbage, but anyway.
Yeah.
Why?
But side by side with everything, though, I think what this really is just people taking dev talk and running with it like they devs themselves.
That's why, like when we had Optimus Code on, somebody who's knowledgeable and they could talk about this stuff, because you get a lot of people who really, who really have no idea what they're talking about. They're taking buzzwords and running with it. Because I mean, I'm sorry, I get it. Like there's supposed to be something new with the IO through. I'm not technically sound. I'm not. But it's supposed to be something that Sony's doing that no one's done before with the I/O throughput or something of that nature. But at the end of the day, the term, the SSDs have been around for a long time. I mean, let's not act like it's something new, and let's not act like everything is about to be held back because of SSD. Because if that's the case, then games that's been running on hard drives for this whole time would have been held back while people on PC was running SSDs. So I'm like, the whole thing is stupid. It's absolutely stupid. And I stand by that.
And just about
You
that
gotta
whole
get out of your head.
SSD being a game changer thing, I'm sure that it actually is for people who know how to put that sort of power to use. And I'm using the term power loosely, but like somebody that knows how to put that to use. It's everything that we've been talking about is basically just tools and development tools. And what they can do or how powerful that makes the console or whatever, it really does not have as much to do with the console as it does what the developers do with said tools.
Yeah. Actual
Victor, thank you, Victor, for your $5 super chat. That means a lot to us. All of it goes back into supporting the chat,
Yes.
getting new things, all that.
For everyone who's
So
watching.
his
Oh yeah, go ahead, read that first. I kind of want to leapfrog on that. Like every super chat we get, everything we do goes right back into level 1 gaming. So we're not out here buying Ferraris and consoles. That's all coming out of our personal money. If you donate to us, it goes into Level1Gaming.com. LV1 Gaming.
We might buy our OnlyFans once or twice, but you know.
Hey.
you know, Kev's OnlyFans is hot, so
I do my best.
anyway.
Oh yeah, it look like OnlyFans look like a cyberpunk character creator.
I mean, listen, it's just it's all angles and lighting, y'all. That's all it is.
God, I wish he was wrong, but he's so right.
He's the
So
only man in the
Victor
world that knows
says,
it.
with his $5 donation, my point is Lockhart will hold back the Series X, making it a resolution box. The Unreal 5 engine demo for Lockhart will have to be at 720p or below.
Well, I'm gonna be honest. When it comes to the term holding back, if you say anything's gonna hold back Series X, it's actually the Xbox One, and it's gonna be more in terms of game design than it is the actual resolution, frames per second. Like the game design can be held back because you always the developer say, "Hey, we took this out because the hardware, didn't support, our vision." So in that aspect, yes, the Xbox Series X will be held back more by the Xbox One. Granted, that's only in the first couple of years. So you're looking at Halo Infinite and a couple of other titles. But when we get to Hellblade 2, which we are hearing is going to be Xbox Series X and Xbox Series S only, they won't have those limitations from the Xbox One. Apparently, it's the same CPU as the Series X. So, I mean, though it won't have the raw power of the X, it should still give us, beautiful games. I think you'll see the real true power of the Series X in about 2 years. I'm thinking that's when you will get like the Hellblade 2 of the world, whatever the initiative is making, whatever Playground is doing, if it really is Fable, which it's Fable. That's when you'll really see the true power of the Series X. You want to see it for the first couple of years because, like you said, it will be held back by the Xbox One, not in terms of, this was unique. Not in terms of...
Oh my god.
Sorry.
So he's the one playing Minecraft Dungeons. Fame is the one playing, if you guys are watching. It's not us.
Y'all know what my theory is? I mean, just as a layman, my theory about Xbox this coming gen is I think the Series X is pretty much going to be an optimization machine. Like when people talk about the S or Lockhart or whatever holding it back, I think that the Lockhart is going to be like the baseline, and then the Series X is going to be all optimization from there.
I'm with it.
Yeah. I mean, people forget about the modularity and swappability that they were talking about. It's like, you can start off with the base statistics of the console, but if you can put a new CPU or a new GPU, a new memory, everything, new hard drives in there into the Series X as was originally claimed, it doesn't really matter, right?
Yeah. I mean, there's going to be a minimum, and then there's going to be, what people see as, oh, well, this is what next-gen gaming is. Just like when PS4 and PS4 Pro. The PS4 is not holding the Pro back.
No.
It's kind of weird to die on that hill. Like, I mean, you can, but I'm not coming to the funeral.
And how can you lock games behind a console? Like, oh, this is only going to run on the Series X. But if I upgrade my Series X, is it going to run on the new hardware I have? Like, I don't understand that mentality of I want to be elitist. Me, what is your thoughts on this? Do you think that stuff is going to happen? Do you think that one is going to hold back the other, or do you just think it's going to be like a free-for-all?
Well, I mean, we've seen like for instance, like my biggest example is how the 360 version of, what was it, Forza Horizon 2, I believe, one was on 360 and then another one was on the Xbox One, and they were just like night and day differences. But of course,
yeah,
I think that
too,
was
yeah.
a different development team. I mean, it's kind of hard to say. If I do feel like them like catering to, not wanting to leave the older gen behind so soon, I think it's going to kind of limit how much they can do, because they have to, cater to the 40-something million people that continue to, use their Xbox One.
Third parties aren't going to want to go away from the Xbox One and PS4. Not so.
But nobody's going to take more advantage of your hardware first party.
True.
But they also have to cater to the lowest common denominator, which is, the fat boy Xbox One with the Kinect sitting on top.
And to your point, no one can take advantage like first party. That's why this whole SSD thing will really only be, really used like that on first party Sony games. So, third parties, you're not going to see them. They're not going to just abandon the Xbox platform, regardless of what people may think, because we want to harness the full power of its SSD. They're going to make it as best as can be on all platforms. And that's not act like because what's in the X is not what's in the PS5 as far as SSD, as if the SSD in the X isn't super fast. It's still a really good SSD. I think people miss that.
Well, I think people that is problem, and Kev can probably speak on this, is the most people that are the most vocal. I said SSD is gonna kill you. Is people who have never had an SSD and knows what it actually does, or knows what the SSD does when it's overloaded with data.
Yeah.
Like
Sorry.
SSD is only as good as what you put onto it, or what is malware and all that stuff onto it. So I don't know.
You got a super hugger.
I know, but first, Rain says, "Will you guys like the green Series X? Is that you mean the original one, or
Will we like a
are we
green
getting
one?
back into the
Series
talks?
X, the green?
I think it actually will be
Are we
like a.
talking?
What
Yeah, it says like a green Series X, so like the original Xbox colors, probably.
That'd be cool. Take it back to the OG days.
There's if they stick with the square thing, there's so much customization.
You know what would be
available for
dope
that,
if
though.
they just sold, like, you know how instead of selling like custom consoles, they sold officially licensed like plates that you can just place over that thing, like just slide right over it from top to bottom.
Doesn't make them as much money, and you know that.
This is true, but I'm just saying it would be. I think that would be
Yeah.
dope.
It would be though.
I just slap a
Uh,
bunch of stickers on that mug and keep it moving. Like, it'll look like my laptop on a cord.
Bruh,
I'd be down for it.
whatever you're doing sucks on Minecraft Dungeon. You have to be kill boy.
Nah, that ain't hurting me. Oh, that hurt.
So thank you again.
Walked
For
out of the
downloading.
lava and then walked back into the lava during a boss fight.
Bro, shut
Meek,
up, bro.
please go into that. Please go into shut up, fam. Meek, go into this because I've heard
So-
the story. It's funny. Go into it.
Okay, so for y'all watching, Fame, by the way, had a couple hours of experience beforehand before I started playing the game. It was me, Fame, and Billy, which is one of our very productive writers.
Yes, indeed.
Shout out to Billy.
Amazing writer.
And game creator. Let's not leave that out.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah, we'll link also in the description after this, and we'll put on Twitter where you can go get his game on itch.
Yeah, definitely support this game because I've known Billy for years and he has been nothing but passionate about getting his first game out. So definitely check that game out. I believe it's only on Windows now, but he was telling me he's gonna have it up on Android. That he's still working through like the certification process. Y'all definitely support my brother Billy. But anyway, so me, Fame, and Billy were playing Minecraft Dungeons, and we were on this pretty tough boss. It was on the lava level, and Billy ends up dying, and it's me and Fame. So I'm trying to kite the boss around while Fame does damage. My mistake.
Wow.
And I look over at Fame. Fame walks into the lava, walks back out, and then walks back into the lava and dies.
Bro, I couldn't see. My eyes was itching and stuff. Bro.
Nah.
Calm down.
The eyes are itching,
But also-
hands are twitching. I don't know what's going on, but anyway, luckily,
Let me add to that is Kev. Remember that time we played Overwatch with Fame? I want to add to that because you played like an hour with him before I got on.
Like the 2
What was
seconds
Fame
that it
like?
lasted?
Here's the thing, bro.
Yeah.
I can't play PC, bro. I can't play with mouse and keyboard.
No,
Kevin
no.
kept trying to make me, and my hands was hurting. I can't do it.
He's literally like, he touched the keyboard and he's like, my hand hurts. I can't do this.
I couldn't do it, bro. My hands was hurting.
It's not like he uses a keyboard at work for 8 hours a day, every day. It's like he's never seen this device before in his life. He's like, I touched this key and my hand hurts.
Bro, like, you gotta hold your hand and like that, bro. That's whack, bro.
So
and then he
that's
talking
testimony
talking
from
all this
two
crap
people.
about how, it's so easy to aim with a mouse, and then he can't hit crap anyway. And he's like, man, it's just mouse. My mouse ain't right. My hand hurts.
My hand was hurting, B. How many times I gotta say that?
testimony from two people, y'all.
Bro.
Fame can't play anything.
Rain was like walked out the lava like Terminator 2.
Yeah, except
Oh.
yeah.
Hey, but here's
Let me add
at the
to
end of the
that.
day, we won because
He
of
was
me.
playing. No, shh. He was playing. Because we're gonna stream Phantasy Star Online too. He was playing it with a controller, and I'm like, there's so many keybinds that you need to play that with a keyboard. He's like, I got this with a controller. I'm like, no, you don't.
I can't play with
He's
mouse
like,
and
oh,
keyboard.
that's double binded.
That reminds me, I need to install this.
Yeah, I was running. I'm like, why every time I run, I'm healing.
Yeah, because it's double bound.
But it's still better than
Poor
using mouse
Meek
and
and
keyboard.
poor Kev, they've had to deal with his incompetence.
Whatever.
But you put him on Dauntless, he's great.
He's not though. That's the thing. He was.
Wow.
Now you're
You
just attacking the
caught
man's
him.
character, okay? You're gonna have to step
Right?
back, man.
Just-
Victor, with your $2, thank you for just popping out today. Super chat. If the Lockhart is baselines, won't the PS5 overshadow it?
Yeah. Here's the thing.
I mean,
The PS5
yeah,
is going to
maybe not
overshadow.
the
Is going to overshadow the Xbox.
One at a
period.
time.
Sorry.
it was me. I interrupted you.
Don't let me go mama hugger on you. I'll bust all your asses.
That's part of the fun, though.
Like the PS5 is going to overshadow the Xbox. Period. In name and brand recognition, it's going to overshadow the Lockhart. Unless the Lockhart, I'm gonna play. Unless the Lockhart is $299, it's DOA. If it is $299 and we get a hell of a show in July for Microsoft, I guarantee the Lockhart sell like crazy. It's gonna be honest, it
But
will.
Isn't the Lockhart made to be the everyman's console where you don't really care about what it looks like, you can just play it? So people that are probably gonna buy the Lockhart they don't care if it runs at 4K. I just want to play this game.
Yeah, and combine that, like if it's cheap, that's those people are gonna buy it. It's next gen. It's $300. I get all the next gen games. I don't have a 4K TV, which, but contrary to belief, a lot of people still don't have 4K television. So they say I don't have a 4K TV. I'm gonna go ahead and get this Lockhart for $300. Have Xbox Game Pass, and I get all the third-party games too. And I'm getting them because it's the same CPU. I'm likely getting the same frames as at 1080p or 1440p as a Series X. Heck yeah, it's gonna sell, dude. The pricing is so important.
Kev, I know you're a collector, and Meek too. Are you guys going to get both of the consoles? Not like day one, but like for a collection's sake, even though one is digital only?
I highly doubt it. The only way I could see that happening is if like I somehow have a child between like in the next couple of years, and then I don't want the kid playing with mine, so I'm like, yeah, okay, I'll get you this one that's cheaper for you.
Yep. I'm buying
But
the
that's gonna be that'll really be the only way. Aside from that, nah, I don't need two of the same thing. That would be like me building a second PC that's not as good as my current PC, like just for shits and giggles.
Is this fair to call, and I don't mean this in a disrespectful term, is this fair to call this like a military whatever console where it just needs to run, it doesn't need to look good? Where I had a lot of friends, especially back in the Black Ops 2 days, where they were overseas in Afghanistan and they just had to pick a console. Is this like,
are you
is
talking
Lockhart
about
one of those?
Lockhart?
Well, but here's the thing too, is it's still gonna look good. Like these.
Are you talking
games that are gonna
Lockhart or
come out for it.
PS5?
Lockhart.
Talking Lockhart.
Lockhart's gonna be the console for like that's gonna be like the one. It's gonna be like their main thing. Like people are gonna be like, oh, do you want Xbox or something? They're gonna get that one. The Series X is gonna be like for the gamers, like that actually care, like, you know, the best looking games on the best possible hardware.
It's the
Especially
Series
with the
X is gonna be
modularity.
Xbox is equivalent to like the PS4 Pro.
I think the Series X is gonna probably be above that, especially if they keep going. If they do hang on to that modularity, where like, yeah,
I don't mean as
you
far
can
as
swap
specs.
out the CPU.
I don't mean as far
Oh,
as
okay.
specs. I mean just like you have the PlayStation 4, like the base PlayStation 4. That's the baseline. That's the game. That's where your games run. But if you want them
Mhm.
to run a little better or look a little better,
A
then
little bit
PS4
more.
Pro. Yeah, need a
Mhm.
little bit more of that good old juice, that good old
And
power,
that gaming juice.
that
Pause.
gamer juice.
Oh, that's
Pause. Yeah, if you need a little bit more of that, then you pick up the Pro. You want a little upgrade,
Mhm.
you get the Pro.
true.
And principle wise, I think that's pretty much the difference. Like
Okay.
optimized for PS4. That's pretty much my argument earlier when I was like, Lockhart to be the baseline and Series X will be like the optimization console. It's
Mhm.
pretty much my point there.
So, we have a few other topics to get into. Also, Fame, you misspelled crisis.
Did I?
It's with Y.
Boom.
Oh
So-
my god! All right, hold
I
on.
mean, you,
Crisis,
you spelled it like the actual
remaster.
Well, no, we gotta finish talking about the streamers till we can go to the game and talk, so we get it out the way.
Fame, do you see what time it is? We have to. fly
We
through
can go
these now.
quick. We can go really quick.
Okay.
Ninja won Twitter the other day when he reminded Alinity that she's a cat abuser and she should be banned off
Well,
of
see,
Twitter.
so here's the thing about that one, real quick. I do want to mention this because I don't know if y'all caught this or not. Alinity just kind of like tried to slide in there and participate in the conversation.
She
She
did.
really had no business
She
being there in the first place. It's
Yeah.
the real beef is between Ninja and his wife and a dude called XQC, who's a
I've never
personality.
heard of
Oh,
We'll
is
just put
that
it
the
this
guy
way.
with the long blonde hair?
He's a very popular Overwatch streamer who just
Oh yeah, I know him. Okay.
he's a
interesting.
character. We'll put it that way. But he basically came out and made a tweet about like kind of trying to expose a lot of streamers that do charity streams, saying they get paid for it. And Lupo came out and was like, "Hey man, just to be clear, I've never received any money to do my charity streams. Like, and everything that I
Lupo's a big
collect
guy.
does go to charity, like I say it does." And then Ninja chimed in, and then Alinity chimed in, and it just turned into this whole like EP measuring contest.
Yeah. Alinity has no place in modern conversations about.
Yeah,
I'm a good person.
yeah. XQC pretty much tried to say that Ninja's wife pretty much has everything handed to her because of Ninja.
She's good on her own.
Yeah,
that's-
he's
what
like,
is
you
she-
have no idea what my wife does behind the scenes. Like, she has her own businesses and stuff like that.
My thing.
I'm
on
not trying to be
this
funny
one-
when I say this. What is she like besides managing?
I don't
him,
know.
What does she do?
I don't know.
I'm not trying to
I
be funny
She
when I say that.
supports.
I'm pretty sure management
Like,
in itself is a big
She's
job.
the business angle that keeps
Yeah.
Ninja alive as Ninja.
probably stops him
Like-
from being a tax evader.
Exactly.
She's
like,
the
here's how you
face,
actually
but
gotta pay
she's
the
like
government for all
the
this stuff.
business. Exactly.
She's the woman behind the scenes running the show, pretty much.
Yeah. He's the face, she's the business. Like, she does a lot. And I think people forget that.
My big take on it is like, even if you're right, what do you get out of this? Like, what's your end game here? Are you just trying to make somebody
Right.
else look bad to make yourself feel better? Like, what's the purpose of all this? I don't
Being other
understand.
people business.
Yeah, like if they're not like causing harm to others, what do you care what they're doing? Like, let them do their own thing. A lot of that money's still going to charity. If they shave some off the top and you want to make that your big expose, do it. But then why do you have to go around like attacking people for other stuff and saying, "Oh, well, you're just rich because your husband's rich," and like that's irrelevant. You're detracting from your own point, and now you're just making yourself look bad on top of that.
I will say though, is I don't know, I can't remember who said it. If it was Ninja or his wife said something about XQC was like super toxic. I was like, Ninja is literally one of the most toxic
Yep.
people I have ever watched. He may not be now, but
That's
wow.
a huge
Like,
part
I
of the reason
reason
why they're
old-
popular in the first
yeah.
place is because
Yeah,
they acted
like,
a fool and people think
old
it's
Ninja was
school, like-
super toxic.
Yeah, like old school Halo Ninja that I used to watch religiously. Oh my god, he was super toxic.
Yeah. Do we want to read some comments and then get into the last topic, or last topic and then comments?
Comments and then last two topics.
Okay. Billy says, "What's up, Billy? How you doing, Belial? Thank you for your hard work on the site. You've been killing, my guy."
Sorry, every time I see the name Billy, I just start thinking of Predator. I just need to unmute myself and stop.
That's yikes.
Yo, Predator is one of the greatest movies ever made. You should.
When I see the name
It
Billy,
really
I think of
is.
Predator. Oh,
Oh, yeah. Okay, I understand how that sounds. Yeah. Okay, you're right. Shit.
I'm talking about the
Billy
movie.
says,
Okay.
Predator is one of the greatest movies. If you guys don't think, you kind of suck. I think if they compartmentalize dev teams, it won't be. It won't actually be as much of a problem as folks are making out to be. I think you can have a sub team working on Series X features. So this is when we were talking about the Lockhart series things. I mean, yeah, you could have multiple dev teams working on all kinds of things. Are those dev teams, when the final project comes to it, are they gonna be cohesive? Is the problem. Reggie says, "Hey guys, what's this? I see no pictures." We will be back. I'm sorry, Reggie.
AKA, why can't I see Hugger's face?
They
They
really
come for
only
Hugger.
want
You
to
don't
you. They don't want to see
y'all don't care to see
No.
our ugly mugs.
No. See, this is my problem. Y'all say I'm the face of. No, I don't want to be.
You're
Yeah.
the
I
face
just
of
want to hang
level
with my
one
friends.
we all opted to have a regular podcast, but Fame for some reason made you guys suffer through his gameplay. So this is what we're doing.
Right. And Meek can tell about.
Bro,
Let's go back
we ain't
like
going back
15
into
minutes.
Is it weird that
He'll
I'm
talk about how he sucks.
Is it weird that I'm low
Um,
key like enjoying watching this gameplay though?
because it's actually smooth.
Yeah,
and
you ain't
running
got to
well,
sit there. You ain't got to be the co-op partner to that experience.
Yeah, whatever.
right? Billy, what's up, Billy? Also says I have, and I think this was probably branching on to his last comment. Have similar teams dealing with the Lockhart and one's optimization. Same thing. Multiple dev teams work on all kinds of stuff. The team we see pushing out the Lockhart and the team we see pushing out the Series X is probably 30 teams coming together to work on the one thing. Reggie says these are things that you really have to study, to be honest. I can't remember what we were talking about that at that time. Billy says, well, nope. Hold on.
Most of this has been about like the Lockhart talk.
Yeah.
We'll do chat, everything.
Thank you, Victor, for another $2 saying respect. I don't know who
Victor, you
you
the
respect in
man.
here. Maybe Meek and Kevin, because they the only two spitting like truth and knowledge and facts. Because Fame is over here playing Minecraft, Dallas is over here drinking beer and eating his Chinese food, and I'm celebrating Canada Day.
Yeah. I'm drinking as much
Reggie,
as I am now in solidarity for our brothers and everybody in Canada except the cops.
right? Reggie says, Dallas, this is right at you, baby boy. Oh god. I disagree with that statement. Don't remember what when we were talking about this.
Having a conversation with
Xbox.
Ghost at this point.
Right? The Xbox is a series now. So if we're talking about base consoles, it would have to be the OG Xbox One. I don't know. Or X1, I don't know what we're talking about. at that time.
I know what he's talking about. And like, okay, I can kind of see your point, but I think at the same time we'd kind of be arguing semantics at that point. No matter what the base is, the concept would be the same. One of them would be the baseline, and everything else is just going to link you to the Xbox ecosystem. It's just that some of those boxes will optimize those games, or some of those games will be optimized for more powerful boxes.
Mhm. And Reggie, I understand you are in IT and you get the inside scoop to most things, but we're just as gamers.
Yeah, I mean, keep in
not
mind,
in IT.
I'm a
I'm just
lame.
speculating.
I don't know shit. Like, I'm gonna let you know that now. I don't really know shit for real. I'm just sharing my theories.
Next one, Dallas. Boy, Reggie, you gotta
Reggie
take it
and
easy on my
Dallas
big
ass
brother.
today.
As each console gets phased out, the current system at that time will become the base. Remember, Xbox is not breaking away from the console generations, so it is not to be. I think something is wrong with Restream because it's cutting off the comments.
Cut out
But
the
it
comments
says,
on
yeah.
Restream.
The current system is the base. Remember, Xbox is not breaking away from the console generation, so it is not a blank. And then goes into ellipsis.
That's weird.
Oh, that sucks.
I guess it has a limit.
Yeah.
It says
So
from
he's
YouTube,
saying
so it's
current
from-
console, the next consoles that we have, or the current consoles we have, is the base. And then I bet you the rest of his argument was in there.
Let me
Well, we'll
see.
assume that he said something very important, and we'll just
Yes.
nod and be like, "Good point. Good point."
See?
Oh, I
Kevin
see it.
makes
I
those
see it.
points,
It's
yeah.
on. This is actually coming from Fame's channel, so I'm looking at the
Oh,
right now.
okay. What does it
so,
say?
Let me see. That time will become the base. Remember, Xbox is not breaking away from the console generation, so it is not a clean break. Just my opinion.
Yeah, but we know that every system has old hardware from the other systems. I mean, we see it all the time.
So, I guess I already replied to that in a way, because no matter what the benchmark is, no matter what the base is, like you said, they're not exactly going away from console generations, but there's still the Xbox ecosystem thing that they're going for, and so you're gonna be able to access, at the very least, a pool of their games from different things, from your computer, your X, your Lockhart, your whatever they end up calling that box or that tablet or whatever. You still
Mhm.
get access to this Xbox ecosystem, and some of those things will run better than others. The same games, just some of those things will run those games better than others. Like I said, I don't know shit. Like it's just my theory, just my opinion, and this is the fun part of before a new console generation. But yeah, that's what I think.
He also says, Floor Hugger and Crew. No, it should be 2XP Crew. Don't, please God, guys,
We're
stop
about to
putting
change
me
the
above
name of
everybody.
this podcast to the Floor Hugger Podcast.
Yeah.
No,
The
Floor
Floor Hugger
Hugger
Show.
everybody here has equally contributed. We're all the same. Especially, like, everybody's got hot takes. Listen to them. I have takes that I know you guys don't like. Just listen to everybody. We're not above everybody. How's your week been so far?
Reggie's pretty respectful though. I'll argue with
Reggie
him all
cool.
day.
Reggie.
Yeah.
It's all good.
Reggie is respectful
Reggie's
because
good
we've had
people.
some people who's like,
Podcast,
I
the
want to
Floor Hugger
reach
and
through
the
the
Funky
screen and
Bun.
strangle you.
Reggie good people.
He's married, by the way. Doesn't mean I still can't shower you in compliments.
You can still toss a little bit to the OnlyFans though. It's all good.
Man,
Only pants.
Only
I can't
pants.
wear a whole
You can buy
underwear.
hands or two.
What we cooking for the 4th? Man, you
We
know
don't
I ain't even
celebrate
thought
no
about
Oh.
it already happened. What we talking about?
Today's Canada's 4th of July. We celebrating. Victor says, so Victor's replying to a Reggie comment. The problem is the gap is too much. If PS5 goes for 1440p, on some games, those games might not be able to cover over a 4 teraflop GPU console, maybe at 720p. This must be on Fame's thing because it also cut off at the same time. But I thinking the basic thing he's trying to say is if one is too far from the other, will the game still be able to play? Kev, what do you think? Because we're on a whole other level with this. We're not even in this with PC
I mean,
stuff.
the trouble comes into play when, I mean, developers say it all the time. They pretty much are forced to, if they want to make a game that's going to be accessible to everyone, they have to design based on the lowest common denominator. So that means wherever the lowest bar is, if you want your game to be playable everywhere, you want it to be a multi-plat or whatever, you have to design for that. And then there's things you can do to scale it up, or sometimes they can do things to try and scale it down, but it makes the process a lot more complicated and a lot more time-consuming. And it's difficult. but I don't think really either console is going to necessarily suffer in one great way or another. And I don't think it's going to be like the Lockhart is going to be some terrible machines that's going to be a waste of money, depending on pricing. Like Fame was saying earlier, if they could price it, I think $299 would be incredible. I don't think they'll go quite that low, but I guess only time will tell. But it's I mean, it's one of those deals where we're kind of just going to have to wait and see how they play it out. The way I'm going to look at it when it comes to like Series X versus Lockhart is, so let's say Series X is like a Lamborghini, right? Like an Aventador or something crazy like that. Well, the Lockhart can still be like a 911. Like it's still going to be a fast car. It's going to get you where you need to go. It's going to look good. It won't look as good or be as fast. Yeah, but it's still going to exist in a good place, I think. So it's really just going to come down. I think the pricing is going to be the biggest make or break of it all.
I thought the Lockhart was like the Honda Civic.
So what we'll do is we'll get some opinions now, and then we'll go into the final topic, and then we'll hand out any opinions you guys have. So I'm not going to read anything after this. So Meek, what's your thoughts on that? The gap.
Like I said, I guess it's kind of hard to tell at this point. It's really just speculation. I'm less like worried about third-party games. I just want to see, like, I really want to see, like, if I'm gonna put, like, I'm just assuming it's gonna be like $500 into a Series X. I want it to look like as best as it possible. I don't want to feel like, oh, because people can't, they can't like get a Series X, that like the people who do have a Series X should suffer for it. Like I want them to focus on, like, they should like work up and then scale down.
Yeah, like why should I save
like,
up for this expensive console, or do I not?
Yeah, like I mean, I understand why they're doing it, but I kind of wish they would just have a traditional console gen. Yeah,
I agree with that.
I think it's gonna be
I was about to. You ain't even let me get to you, Beach. Tell us your thoughts, okay?
My bad.
Damn, you was in here like I think.
It's habit now at this point.
That's true. You always cut me off when we chilling. Anyway, Dallas, what's your thoughts?
I think it's gonna be a good long time before the seams start to show. Like when it really comes down to it, it's gonna be like we're not gonna know the actual answers to this. I hope anyway, because Xbox be tripping sometimes. But if all goes well, it's gonna be years before we know or care about the difference. And I'm talking about we as like consumers in general, because gamers gonna argue all day, every day about anything, about what you call something.
Facts.
So these products could all be exactly the same as far as we know, and just be like only aesthetic differences on the actual physical box, and we would still argue over which is better.
God, is he even ready to talk? Fame, you kill those creepers. What's your thought on the gap there?
Like I said, I think everyone needs to be consistent when we talk about whether or not power truly matters. Is it about the games? If Microsoft is bringing the games, then it won't matter if there's a big gap between the two. People can go buy the console, period. So I think everyone needs to kind of be consistent. Does power matter or no? Do we care about which console is going to be the leader when it comes to frames and resolution, or do we care about what games are coming? If Microsoft is dropping the games, who truly cares? Do you really care? Because I was told y'all did. The fuck?
Yeah. So good God. So the final topic that we're going to cover today is Ubisoft has announced that they are getting into with a fully separate game, not like Rainbow Siege getting it. They're getting into the battle royale genre with it's called Hyperscape. Do you guys think it's too late?
It's too late for anyone. It's like, I don't know what that battle royale game we was watching during EA's event. It's kind of too late.
That was Rocket League.
And that will look sort of interesting.
Not Rocket League.
It will be.
I'm surprised people are still making battle royale games at this point. Just keeping
I
it
mean-
above
And
50.
I am so over battle royale games. I feel like developers are just like, man, what's a quick way we can make a quick buck?
Yep.
Just
Mm-hmm.
make a VR game.
I mean,
What do you think, Kev?
I don't really have nothing to
Oh,
say. on this
you
one, to
you
be
guys
honest.
hear that like deep?
Sorry.
Oh,
Yeah, I
God.
I felt that. I really feel that because like when someone says like you could show the most interesting game, it's like, oh, all new this, all new that. Then it's like drop in now, like battle royale, like there you go.
What's more overly
It's not-
Kev
saturated?
just had
Battle
a deep
Royale?
sigh.
Battle Royale or
Every-
hero
hold on.
shooters?
Let me hear
Every-
Kevin's thoughts.
Every battle royale game that I have encountered has had one of two things that have completely ruined it for me. Either it's way too, or RNG plays way too much of a factor in it, or like with Warzone, the latest one, it gives you way too many chances to come back into the game. Like, I don't understand. Like, it's my understanding, and somebody in chat, please correct me if I'm wrong, because I've watched people play this. I haven't played it very much myself. You die once, you go to the gulag. If you win your gulag fight, you can come back. And then once you come back and you die again, your teammates, if they have money, they can revive you again. And then as
Yep,
long as
that's
they have
accurate.
money, they can just keep continuously reviving you. And
I
it
think it
never
has a cap.
fucking ends.
I think you can only come back one.
But it's
I
like,
could be
why,
wrong on-
why do I have to eliminate the same person 3 times in
Yeah.
a game that's supposed to be about like survival? Like, it's just dumb. I
well,
don't want an hour-long match that drags on forever just to get 7th place.
I
and
think
then, ugh.
if the
I think they
mode
should have
is
stopped at the
based-
gulag thing. I thought the gulag thing was an interesting take on it. But basically, if you lose the gulag, you're out. That's it. You're spectating.
I can get with that.
I think if the mode is objective based, cool. Give me as many chances as you feel like you need to give me. I still have to fight for it, or my teammates have to pay for it. And who knows? 9 times out of 10, depending on who you are, you in there with a bunch of randoms anyway. Everybody not gonna buy you back. So, I mean, as long as the mode itself is objective based, I think that's cool.
Maybe we'll do another video on this for Level 1 Gaming. We'll talk about battle royales because I feel we all have some opinions about battle royales.
What do you guys think is
do
more
you guys-
oversaturated though? Battle Royale or hero shooters at this point?
Hero shooters.
I'm gonna
No,
throw in my
what?
hat and say
It's-
Soulsborne.
Oh yeah, definitely Souls games.
You know,
Oh,
we just
I can give
popped up like 3 videos there. Because of the time, let's read through some of these comments, last comments. Question: if last gen, some Japanese games go for 1440p on PS5, won't they be impossible to bring the Lockhart at 4 teraflops? So old Japanese game, or I guess like is he talking about like Yakuza and stuff, bringing to the 1440p on PS5? How can they scale up on Lockhart? I mean, they're on PC now,
Yeah.
most of them. Remember, it's not the program, it's not the game that is limiting the stuff. It's if you guys go on Digital Foundry, or you guys look at some Reddit on data mines, it's not the games that are held back. It's they put specific walls in, and I'm sure Kev can talk about this because he plays Overwatch and Valorant. There's certain walls put in place for PCs to play everywhere, right, Kev?
Yeah.
Like they got to play for every system, right? So they put certain walls in for certain things.
And they have the difficulty of trying to design for something where the hardware is wildly different from system to system. Like they have no benefit of knowing what processor you're going to have, what graphics card you're going to have, what motherboard you're going to have, what RAM you're going to have, what speed that RAM is going to be at. So it's the designing games for PC, I feel like, is the greatest challenge because you want your game to be play on as many computers as possible, right? And obviously you set a minimum for, okay, you need at least these kind of specs to run that game. But then when you're coding, it's like, well, NVIDIA handles stuff a little bit different than AMD, and Intel handles stuff a little bit different than AMD, and this kind of RAM does a little bit different than this. And what if the RAM is this speed? So I feel like that's the greatest like pain in the butt for any developer is PC development. But the benefit of it is that you're gaining access to a very large consumer base, and they can do so much more with it as well.
I mean, how many Skyrim problems, or I shouldn't, Bethesda problems have been fixed through mods?
Yeah. Yeah, the modding community always cracks me up.
No, the Skyrim problem is it keeps coming out over and over.
What, you don't want to play it on your fridge, boy?
I don't even want to play it a second time.
I haven't played vanilla Skyrim in years. If you guys want to play Skyrim on PC at least, Enderall, great mod for it. Rain says, "What y'all cooking for the 4th? So 4th of July. What do you guys having? Because
You mean Juneteenth, right?
Juneteenth, yeah. What y'all cooking for Juneteenth? Kev, what you cooking? I know you Polish. You got some good ass shit cooking up. What you got?
I just cook for myself all the time. It ain't gonna be nothing special.
Oh, but like, can you give them that grilled cheese recipe that you gave us?
Oh yeah, so the greatest grilled cheese of all time.
Mm.
It's very simple. Very simple. It's all about the execution, folks. Okay, so you start. Gotta have sourdough bread. Okay, sourdough bread toasts really great. Has a nice crunchiness to it when you toast it as well. Excellent bread to use. I like to use Munster cheese and Gouda cheese, 1 slice of each. I'll put a little bit of sriracha or some hot sauce on the underside of on the open side of the bread before I put the cheese down to give it a little spice afterwards.
Turn into a cookie.
So you close it up, right? This is now a cooking show. You close it up into your sandwich form, and then I use mayo rather than butter. Any kind of oil or fat really is all you need to give it that toast, but mayo adds that little tangy flavor on the outside of it that I like, and it's much easier to spread over like a cold piece of bread than butter is. If you've ever tried to pull butter out your fridge and spread it on something, it's a pain in the butt, and you mess up the bread, and it goes all kinds of wrong. So, but the biggest piece of advice here, no matter what cheese you use, no matter what bread you use, you start with a cold pan. You have to start with a cold pan, because if you don't start with a cold pan, what's going to happen is your bread's going to toast much faster than your cheese is going to melt, and you're going to end up burning your bread and having some ugly looking grilled cheese. So you start with a cold pan, set it in there, check on it every now and then. Once it gets to that nice golden brown that you like and you see the cheese melting really well, you flip it and let it finish on that other side, and you have an incredible grilled cheese. You're all welcome.
So we got a
Also, I
cooking
would
show
say
now. Fire.
the mayo helps with the nice browning because of the sugars in it. And if you start with a cold pan, as my mom is a chef and she told me this, you start with a cold pan, it helps it bring up the temperature evenly, so you don't, like Kev said, burn the bread.
Yeah, because your bread's going to toast way faster than your cheese will melt.
Oh yeah, and you want to heat the bread. It's ironic. You want to heat the bread, but you don't want to burn the bread.
Exactly.
Because then you get some ugly ass stuff. But then you get that nice, when you get in those commercials and you get that cheese pulp. Have that for some 4th of July. Meek, what you cooking for the 4th of July?
Man, I don't even know what I'm cooking tomorrow night, so I'm not even there.
I don't think Meek can cook. I don't think Meek can cook.
I really can't.
Right
I really can't.
Well, at least he's honest. All right.
I'm more of an oven guy. I like to stay far away from grease because I will say though, I do need to get a grill. I love cooking on the.
Yeah,
I don't know. I'll figure something.
Dallas, what you cooking?
For the 4th, not a mother-sucking thing.
Oh my god. Okay. Fame, what you cooking?
Man, to be honest, I don't know. I don't really know yet. When it comes to the 4th, like we just use that excuse to watch fireworks and eat. I don't know what I'm cooking yet, man. I'm definitely gonna hit the store tonight or tomorrow night and see what type of meat I've got the energy and feel like cooking up. I'm definitely gonna be hitting the barbecue. I just don't know how yet, because I don't know how many people are coming over, if we have anybody over at all. So that's right.
Look, fame like me don't know how to cook, but man, we love to eat.
You mean
no, I know I can cook.
You're gonna order out from Jones Barbecue and Foot Massage?
Hey.
Oh my god, no.
Jones Barbecue and Foot Massage.
Rain says, does anybody have a date for the Xbox show? Is there a date?
They said the week of the 20th. They said the week of the 20th. Hold on.
There was too many people at once. One person.
Rumors are the 23rd. Sorry.
23rd. Yeah. Okay, 23rd is what's going on. Reggie, when is my next retrospective? Tomorrow. I'll be talking about Superman. Anyway, Xbox needs games to show power on the Series X. Don't say you have the most powerful console, but you don't have the games to show it. I don't think that's a power debate. I think that's just a console. You ain't got the games debate. You got games on your phone? Reggie says there's a cap. I think we're talking about Warzone at that time, and it's only if the option is available in Warzone. Victor says facts. Okay, what kind of facts? Billy, go to sleep. It's 2 a.m. Go to sleep, boy. And that's all the comments we got right now. Thank you, Victor, for was it 5225? I failed math. How much is that? Did he do $5 and then $4? So that's $9. Thank you, Victor, for donating $9. That's gonna go straight back into the website and straight back into the channel, and that means a lot to us that you took your money that's hard earned in this time of crisis and gave it to us. Victor's hit me up on Twitter. It's at the Floor Hugger, and I'll get you into our Discord and you can hang out with us. We're gonna do some game nights soon. Also, Kevin has been doing some Valorant stuff. Go play with, if you like Valorant, go play with him.
I do attempt to click the heads.
He clicks. He says he attempts, but he be clicking them heads. But yeah, hit me up on Twitter. I'll get you into our Discord server and all that stuff.
I was clicking some heads, clicking some heads.
Stop.
I knew you were gonna go there, bro. I knew it. I felt it.
I was thinking
So
the
I know this
same damn thing.
This show's run a little long, but we have to do our tradition at the end of the show, which also wrap it up into your outro. Fame, what's the anime, movie, game, and that you suggest this week for people?
Man, I really don't have an anime suggestion, but the movie suggestion, just because there's rumors that they are going to remake this movie, and it's pissing me off. So before they ruin it, go watch Scarface, because they're going to ruin it. They're going to ruin it, and I want you guys to remember how great of a movie Scarface is.
They're gonna do it like Zac Efron to make it just the worst.
This is gonna be terrible. Also,
Zac Efron. Oh my god, I literally threw up. Oh, that's
I appreciate everybody who came through today, rocking with us. Victor, Reggie, everybody that came through. That one dude, you lame as hell. Make sure you guys get all your gaming news from L. He in here? He gone? Where he at?
He probably like peace and then lurking.
Well, you weren't talking about Demi? I thought you were talking about Demi.
No, get all your gaming news from from Lv1Gaming.com. That's Lv1Gaming.com. Add it to your bookmarks, your desktop. I'm telling you, news is turning out every single day. A lot of the stuff that you really ain't getting on other sites that we're putting out, whether it's obscure game or popular game, there's news that's been put out on Lv1 Gaming about said game, opinions, original content. Dallas putting videos together consistently and popping out some great stuff. So Lv1Gaming.com. Any type of support you guys can give us on our website, we would really appreciate it, because we're really pushing and making this thing the best it can be. It is created and curated for you guys and you guys alone. Thank you.
Oh man, that's the businessman talk right there. Kev, what's your suggestions for this week for people?
Let's see. Well, if you haven't played Valorant yet, I'm gonna tell you to go play Valorant. I'm enjoying it. Having a lot of fun with that lately. I'm probably gonna play some of that later today, actually. Aside from that, as far as something to watch, a lot of anime is starting to creep back in. I know they started One Piece back up. Food Wars has started back up, I think. If not, it's starting back up really soon. And Fire Force Season 2 is coming out soon as well. So y'all should check that out. And then I think something else kind of big. I think it was finally the second season of RE0 is coming in like 5 or so days. So keep your eyes peeled. Lots of stuff will be coming back. Should be a lot of fun to watch.
Awesome. Now, the guy who has his father, keeping us all. No, I'm kidding. The guy who is with the hot takes, but also with the knowledge. Meek, Halo to the King. How you doing, baby? What's your suggestions for this week?
I'm not sure if I said it last week, but I actually finished up the last season, Ash versus Evil Dead. I
That's good.
Evil
series.
Dead is one of my favorite movies of all time, and they made a short-lived, unfortunately, Stars series called Ash versus Evil Dead, but unfortunately, it got canceled after the third season. Left it on a really high note that could have really taken off, but it didn't. But even though the 3 seasons on there are still very good, so I highly recommend.
You don't got a game for people?
I haven't really. I'm still kind of just chilling off of The Last of Us right now, so I haven't really been playing much else. I mean, I've been playing like Mafia. That's about it.
Great series. All right, Dallas, DALLAZ, man.
And
What you got for us this week? What's your suggestions for peeps?
let's see. Now, video game wise, I really just been playing The Last of Us. But I am not going to suggest it just because, like, if you know that the game exists, you already know at this point whether or not you want to play it. So, I will say, go play Spider-Man if you got a PS4. If you don't have a PS4, go buy a PS4 and play Spider-Man just because it feels good to like swing around and stuff. Like, you ain't even got to do nothing else. Like, it's one of the only games. I won't say one of the only games, but that's one of the games I boot up periodically just to be able to do that one thing. So, show wise, I haven't been watching a whole lot, but I have, even though I'm late to the party, and I probably suggested this at one time or another, been watching Watchmen, and it's fire. I'll bring it up again. I got like one episode left, so check that out because it is good like God with an extra O. And anime wise, I haven't been watching a lot of anime lately either. But let's see, what do I like? What's dope that y'all could check out that I haven't suggested already?
Tokyo Ghoul is always good.
I haven't really seen. I've seen like a couple episodes of Tokyo. Like it's in my anime backlog somewhere. Somewhere. That Assassination Classroom, there's a bunch of those that's like in my backlog.
You told me about Psycho Pass the other day.
You know what? Yeah, like that's actually a pretty good freaking anime.
I'm on season 3. I didn't even know there was a season 3. And I think it's only available on Amazon Prime, but I started watching that. So I watched 1 and 2 finally.
I need to catch up. If y'all thought like Minority Report was a dope concept, it's somewhere along those lines, but definitely much deeper than that. So absolutely check out Psycho Pass if you like that whole Minority Report thing. That's it. That's all. Other than I appreciate y'all coming by. I mean, we had a troll, but I'm pretty sure that's just like somebody who already didn't like us making a dummy account just to hop in here and talk some trash. We thank you for your engagement.
Amen. Dallas said it best. Whether you come to hate or whatever, you hear. So I will give my suggestions for movies. I'm going to go back on the old study. Is Memoirs of a Geisha. If you haven't watched it, it's really good. It's on Netflix, or it should still be on Netflix, I think. I love that
Such a good
movie. It's long, I will say, but it's such a good movie. If you want to watch anime, and it's funny, Kev brought it up, is Food Wars is now an anime, and don't go into that anime hungry, because you gonna eat everything in your house. That anime, the food detail, I want to meet the designer for that. It's so good.
Yeah, they are super extra with how they like express people showing how good food is.
Yeah, somebody's gonna be naked by the end of it.
In Final Fantasy 15, whoever did that is the same dude.
You, boy, I wish I could say you was wrong, but you not wrong. For games this week, I will say I am playing Tomb Raider right now, or replaying Tomb Raider and Rise of Tomb Raider. Just go play some old games. Go play the first ones. I know Tomb Raider's on sale on the Steam sale. Just go play some old games, some good games. Play some female-led games because people forgot that Ellie is not the first female-led game. So please go play some Tomb Raider. It's like you guys forgot Samus.
Yep.
True.
But thank you guys for hanging out with us. Make sure you guys go to Level 1 Gaming. We got all kinds of news, not just gaming news. There's music news, all kinds of reviews. We are doing our thing. And I hope to see you guys next week. We might be on camera, we might not. It's a mystery. You guys will know when we do it.
Find out next time on Dragon Ball Z.
On Minecraft. Oh wait, you switched games.
Yeah, I'm playing.
He's playing West of Dead.
Well,
Yeah.
So Fame,
I
you
got
wanna
frustrated.
hit that outro?
Yep.
Yeah, you did get out.
I feel like all of this was just a cover because Fame's gaming time was cut short this week, so he's like, I'm gonna make up for it by playing during the podcast, and here's how I can make it content.
Right?
Well, actually, I didn't plan on actually gaming during the podcast. Like, I literally been talking about this for a while, ass hugger, and I was like, yo, I need to
It
get
is so quiet.
I need to get gameplay for everybody, and I never since hit them up and say, hey, I didn't send me gameplay. So I was like, how do I cover for that? Oh, I'll just actually stream during the podcast. But
Also, I forgot before we go. I think Kev, you're gonna be streaming later.
Not today, Thursday. Wednesdays I usually take off on stream. It's my one day to do podcasts with you guys, and then Saturday is really the only day I don't stream. But Thursday, 8 p.m. Central Standard Time, Valorant stream will be going live.
Yeah, you heard that he was streaming, and after this, I'm gonna take a little break, but I'm gonna hop in back into the Tomb Raider Canada Day stream. So hit me up there. Fame, do you think?
So thank you guys once again for rocking with the Double XP podcast, and congratulations, you got leveled up to 114. Once again, get all your gaming news from Lv1Gaming.com. We appreciate every supporter we get, every like we get, every share we get. You guys know on Twitter, retweets are always appreciated. Once again, congratulations. This was level 114. We'll see you guys next Wednesday. Peace.